Hello guys, and welcome to my 1vX PvP commentary for the Magicka Warden. So if you guys don't know, I do have this build on my YouTube channel. It is called the Druid build. There will be a link to it in the description as well. Let's jump right into it. There you go, the first squish on the Magicka Warden. As you can see, we've got some crazy firepower on this build, so let's jump right into it. So we've got a lot of blues on this hill here, a little bit of EP pushing up on the left side there, so I'm going to take advantage of that movement to kind of separate a few blues on my own over here. I want to try to like split these guys up. Getting as many as I can handle with, I guess, is ideal. I do get a Nova dropped on me there, but these blues are kind of chasing the EP group back there, and lo and behold, here you go. I was able to separate a few blues from the rest of the group. You see, I get a really nasty stun off on my my deep fissure on that guy there. He even gets hit by siege, but he doesn't die because this sword goes right into me with the bow ultimate. As you could tell from the beginning of this clip, I had already been in some combat, and my Magicka is very, very low. So this guy's just kind of beating on me, and you really just get to see how strong my damage shields are. I just do a few heavy attacks into him just to mitigate the damage with the damage shield up, and then, of course, get some resources back with those heavies. Similar scenario with this DK here. I do my buffs and I buff up a little bit and I just start heavy attacking him. He's not doing a lot of damage. He's having a really hard time out DPSing my shields. And you look, I just took chunks out of him with just the heavy attacks. So there you have it. So these guys had both dropped down, so I decide I'm going to drop down too, and I find the one guy just in stealth here, hiding underneath one of these things, and I just get a quick kill off on him, and there's the DK going in on my resource. We can't be having that. So I buff up real quick. I go for the deep fissure. I try to get it off on him, but you see he roll dodges to the side, and he immobilizes me, forcing my deep fissure to shoot off to the side. Unfortunately, he gets hit by a negate at literally the wrong moment and dies from the negate there. He's unable to defend himself and heal from my last little light attack to finish him off. This sword comes in now, and he's going to put a little bit of damage into me. I'm going to keep my buffs up, of course. I've got my my shards up as well to kind of reflect the projectiles. Another Nightblade comes. He ganks me from the side. Very powerful gank. Does quite a bit of damage to me, but I quickly respond with some shields, and I go for the Screaming Cliff Racers on him. I know that they're undodgeable, and all he's doing is dodge rolling and not healing himself, so he dies right there. This other Sork appears. I have the Subterranean Assault blow up with the Screaming Cliff Racer into the Crushing Shock, and I drop that guy from 100 to 0. He's just hard casting frags. He didn't have his shields up, so a very easy kill there. You see another Subterranean Assault, Screaming Cliff Racer. Go for the Force Pulse, but he's already dead. So really quick cleanup there. Very powerful burst off the Magicka Warden. So let's move on to the next clip here, guys. This clip here, a few of the clips in this video aren't super high quality, and I'm sorry about that. I had a little bit of an issue with my recording software, so this is just what we got for this video. They will be higher quality in the future, guys. Don't worry, it's just today. So you can see I'm doing a nice little 1v1 with this Sork here. Two Nightblades jump on top of me, and I take a mark right away. The first thing I'm going to do is go into my Storm, Northern Storm, make sure I can put some heavy AoE damage into these guys. You see that one of the Nightblades decides he's going to stay next to me. It does not work out for him. The second Nightblade here, after taking a lot of damage from my Storm, tries to roll away, and I managed to finish him off very quickly as well. There you see just how powerful your AoE stuns and AoE damage can be, especially against something squishy like a Nightblade. Going in for that gank, if we can prevent them from getting the gank with the damage shield and then just drop that AoE burst on them, it's a lot of pressure, and they have a tough time dealing with it. But now I'm left to fight this Sork, and I'm very low Magicka here, just trying to keep my buffs up, do lots of heavy attacks with shields, as you can see here. In this particular video, I'm running a Destro 2H build. I know in the build video I say Destro and Resto, but 2H I just switched out the weapon simply for the Berserker Strike or Onslaught, which I don't have morphed yet, but you guys will see why it's very useful for this build, and it gives you that one thing that you don't have, that powerful execute. So there we have it. So I'm still kind of dancing around with this guy here, trying to just wait for my opportunity to drop a combo. I know he's going to heal himself a lot. Here you see the Subterranean Assault into the Screaming Cliff Racer, and we go for a quick Onslaught just to finish him off there. Not Onslaught yet, but close. There we have it, the quick 1v3 there. So this clip here, I am on a resource with by myself, actually. I'm on this resource by myself. It is controlled by the Ebonheart pack. The first player that rides by, he's kind of on his horse, gets himself killed. The second guy just runs in there. enters Negate City and dies. And the third one I hit with a really powerful Deep Fissure, but he manages to back up, and bam, these guys are on their toes now. They're going to be healing each other. They're going to try not to die on this resource like everybody just kind of did at the beginning there. So I push into these guys. There's only 3 of them in the back here. I think a 4th Nightblade jumps on top of me as well pretty soon. I do my best to kind of keep the pressure. You see I'm just putting myself between them and the resource, making sure that I take advantage of that Deep Fissure, trying to keep that ability up every 3 seconds, make sure that I can burst down and stun everything that jumps on top of me. So here I take a bit of damage. I decide to pull back. I don't really need to. A little low on Magicka, but my kind of goal here is just to split these guys up a little bit. You know, it's going to be very hard to fight and kill them if I have them all in a group together. So here you see I retreat into the tower. 2 of them follow me in here. This DK unfortunately goes into Eclipse City thanks to ZeniMax's beautiful new additions of Mega Eclipse to this game. The other enemy there, he tries to go for a Wrecking Blow on me. He ends up rolling away and going upstairs. I want to keep the dead bodies on the floor though, so I stay down here, make sure that this Templar doesn't pick up the guy that I just killed. I take a nasty negate from in there, and you see I just kind of eat a little bit of my own damage. I decide just not to attack for a little bit, make sure I can wait out that negate. Here I am, very low max Magicka, and the Templar is getting a little zealous. She's chasing me outside. I knew that she would. I was hoping for her to chase me outside so that she would go, so that I could kind of pull her apart from the group, but here you see it doesn't work so well. So I go back outside, just kind of bide my time here. Still very low max Magicka. Something to keep a note about this, this build right now, guys. I actually am running 17 to 1800 Magicka recovery on this build. It's just very intensive if you have to be in a lot of prolonged combat like this, so it's tough to keep those resources up when you get outnumbered. Here you see I get an excellent Deep Fissure, Screaming Cliff Racer into Force Pulse, drop him to the ground, quick little Force Pulse to finish him off, and then I am left with just this last DK here to kind of put in the ground. And there you see it. I managed to kill all these guys on the resource. Bam, here comes the last guy. And as he comes in here, he decides that maybe this isn't the best idea. He sees the bodies and, of course, all the NPCs and me and decides, nope, we're going to get out of here. But it's a little bit too late. Here comes my friend Mad Shadow Man going ham sauce, going to make sure that this guy does not make it away alive. So let's move on to the next clip, guys. All right, guys, so this is the final clip for the video. This is just a little bit of a keep battle here. This is a keep under attack from the DC players. This is a friendly pack keep, so I'm doing my best to kind of defend myself. Here you see I take a lot of damage from some Sork bursts there. Throw my shield up, make sure I'm fully prepared. I get him with an awesome Deep Fissure into the Force Pulse, but unfortunately I get stunned by another player as I go to capitalize on the finish there, and I'm not able to finish off the Templar before she just waves her hand around twice and is at full health. So I go back upstairs here, I get her with another awesome Deep Fissure, Screaming Cliff Racer into the Force Pulse, and she did come up alone, so I was able to separate her from the group, making for a very easy kill there. I have a couple other DC players chasing me here. I do a quick roll down the stairs to try to get them to line up in my Deep Fissure. I end up actually totally missing it, even though they're coming down the stairs right in front of me. The Deep Fissure just does nothing. This Templar comes around the corner and goes for the Soul Assault. Oh no. I think it might have been a Sork. She goes for the Soul Assault, hits the NPC, instantly realizes she's got the wrong target, stops it, rolls off the edge, and dies. So that's kind of funny. Oh, I guess it sucks to be that guy. That's too bad. So I'm just left fighting these last 2 DC here. I'm trying to, there you go, to really take advantage of my Deep Fissure AoE. I think a 3rd DC player just kind of popped his head up here as well. So I'm going to be very careful with my positioning here. Make sure that I try to get the drop on these guys as often as possible. Here you see I peek out the window side here, and I managed to get an awesome Deep Fissure off on that other Warden. But unfortunately, he heals up real quick, and I'm getting sniped as well from up top, so I got to be careful where I'm standing here. Don't want to take too many arrows without having something to defend myself against it with. Here you see I go for the Deep Fissure. I get an awesome stun off on this Nightblade. He tries to go for the offensive. I know, I kind of anticipate that he's going for the offensive play there and just drop a quick Cliff Racer on him so he drops himself as he's trying to take me down. I drop back down. I get a stun off on this Sork as well, but this Sork's going to be very hard to deal with. It's going to be real tough to land a Deep Fissure stun on her. So it's going to make landing my combo pretty difficult. The faster your opponent is, the more difficult it gets to land your Deep Fissure. So as you can see here, I'm kind of fighting her, doing my best to stay alive. Quite a few more DC players come around the corner. I go into my ultimate here as well. Getting that major protection is a big deal to help me stay alive. As you can see, the amount of healing coming out of Leeching Vines, major protection, keeping that damage shield up. Very, very tough for these guys to kill. They're having a hard time kind of dealing with me. So I go back down around the corner here. I actually get the pot coming up, but I go for the CC break and I chug the pot, but I end up just getting nuked anyway by these guys. Big old Eye of the Flames. So I got a little bit of alt dump there. Anyhow, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.